What's up, fam? This is Law Maitreya with the Super Longevity Institute. Today I'm going to be talking about medical time travel, which is usually termed cryonics. Uh, Medical time travel is, I got a few notes here, so I don't forget. Medical time travel is the practice of keeping legally dead human bodies and brains uh, at low temperatures in the hope of eventual reanimation with the help of future technology. Uh, They're usually kept in what they call a dewar. A dewar is a super insulated, vacuum jacketed storage vessel used for holding liquid nitrogen and chronic suspension patients. Um, the dewars looks something like this. See that right there in the back? That's a dewar. That's where patients are in suspension with liquid nitrogen with the hopes of being reanimated in the future. Uh, Here at Super Longevity, we believe that uh, time travel will first happen through medicine, through this process called medical time travel. What happens is people sign up, and when they're going through hospice or when they're terminally ill and they know they're about to die, and when there will be a standby team that will wait until they're pronounced legally dead, and someone will come and get the body uh, and treat the body as if it's emergency medicine, take it to wherever they signed up at. There's like I think three organizations, Cryonics Institute, two organizations that I know of. Cryonics Institute, which is in Michigan, Alcor, which is the oldest, that was started by Linda and Fred Chamberlain in the 70s, in Scottsdale, Phoenix, called Alcor. Alcor is like they named it after a star constellation. So they'll be taken there. They'll be standby team. They'll take them there. They'll get if they get a good cryonics, they'll get there as soon as they're pronounced legally dead. They'll get the body and do all the procedures and set them up and put them in a dewar with liquid nitrogen with the hopes of being reanimated in the future. Uh, Hold on, let me take a few. Uh, it's kind of if you ever seen Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes when they brought him back, he was quote unquote frozen. I don't like to use frozen because when you're in medical time traveling, you're not being frozen. You're being your body's being temperatures being low to very low temperatures, liquid nitrogen temperatures. Just you're not being frozen. Freezing causes ice crystals, which damage tissue. There's a process called vitrification, which stops this from happening, stops ice crystals from forming. So your body's pretty much in a glass-like state. So vitrification was started by a guy named George. I think his name is Dr. Foray, and he came up with this process called vitrification. Um, uh, I just want to say to Black people specifically, um, we always wanted to live longer. We always shot for immortality, whether it be metaphysical immortality before science. Um, since we didn't know before we developed science, um, in Egyptian times, uh, the early attempts to become immortal, even though it was metaphysical, was being mummified. So this is part of our ancient culture, being mummified, especially in hip hop. We are like Egypt revisited. We have writings on the wall. Our culture is the same. We have characters and letters, just like Egypt does. They have characters and letters. They write on they specifically wrote on the wall. So we go. This hip hop thing goes way back. But anyway, I don't want to get off track. Um, uh, this is being medical time travel is on the bedrock of science, not metaphysics. There's no laws in physics that says that reanimating uh, these patients can't happen. We're not breaking any laws of physics. The medicine that they think that think will be able to reanimate these patients is nanomedicine, nanotechnology, nanomedicine. Now, nanotechnology was coined by a gentleman named Eric Drexler. He's a guy that went to MIT. He came out with a book. I think this is his first book. It's called Engines of Creation: The Coming Era of Nanotechnology, with the foreword from the great Marvin Minsky, who also was a professor at MIT. Engines of Creation talks about undoing freezing damage. Nanotechnology is robots 1 billionth of a meter, stupid small, the size of a cell, which can go and do repairs on your DNA, on your cells, on your atoms, and reverse the aging process, and also reanimate patients traveling to the future through medical time travel. Eric Drexler, remember that name. Get this book, put it on your shelf. Nanotechnology is the technology of the future. So it's important for hip hoppers to get in tune with this knowledge. Okay. Also, get this book. It's called Preserving Minds, Saving Lives. It's by the Alcor Foundation, the one I told you about. That's the oldest cryonics institute. You know, I use Medical Time Travel and Cryonics Institute interchangeably, but they mean the same thing. This is a great book to get yourself familiarized with medical time travel. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, these are some of the patients that are in these doors back here. Okay. The modern cryonics movement was started by a guy named Robert Effinger. He wrote a book called The Prospect of Immortality in the 60s, I think 62, if I'm not mistaken. He was a physics teacher in Michigan. And he seen a story called Amazing Stories, and that inspired him to write The Prospect of Immortality. Now, we're not talking about metaphysical immortality. We're talking about practical immortality through medical time travel / cryonics, right? Now, I have a note here. I want to give you a definition of what we mean by practical immortality. Practical immortality is extreme life extension in which the only cause of death is trauma, such as from an accident. The word practical is added to avoid confusion with metaphysical immortality, in which there's no death, a condition only elusive to the gods. Okay, I want to read something that Michael West said in the book Time Ship, for all you Black people who think that this is out of your league, and this is because medical time travel cryonics is just an extension of what they were doing and they were attempting to do in the past. It's just on the bedrock of science and not on nature. Okay. I hope this inspires you. I'm going to read something that Michael West said in the Time Ship book. The Time Ship, remember I told you, is the largest structure dedicated to life extension. In an early attempt to become immortal, ancient Egypt practiced a mummification. The Pyramid of Egypt was a symbol of Black people's determined reach for immortality. What a brave people to raise such effigies towards the heavens. What warm hearts to hope their project would rescue their pharaoh from the dusk of death and transport him to a world where he would one day walk the sands of eternity. This was the reason for the pyramids, for mummification. You know, it was their early attempts to become immortal. So today we have the science and technology that they didn't have. You know, so we should show a little bit more courage. I personally don't believe in the afterlife. You know, this is the only life we're gonna have. We need to extend the lifespan. You know, do this not on medicine. Your children can live 200, 300 years old. You know, I want to show another book, actually, 2 other books. You can get all of these on Amazon. Cryonics, Reaching for Tomorrow. Get this book. It's put out by the Alcor Life Extension Foundation. Get this book. Put that on your shelf. Also, First Immortal, which is a science fiction book on cryonics by James L. Halpern. Get that book. It's a great book. Open your mind up to pop the possibilities. All this is on the bedrock of science. There's no laws of physics that says this can't happen. I want to say something else. We always push what death is. When we get more medical technology, we always push what death is and what death isn't. Okay? You could turn life on and turn life off. Back in the day, if you had a heart attack, there was no medical technology that could help you. Today, if they get to you quick enough, they could probably save you from that condition. So in the future, when people are reanimated through nanotechnology, nanomedicine, and they're medically time traveling, what the nanobots would do is correct the damage that was done and the disease it would correct and repair the disease that you had before you was in suspension, reverse the aging process, and also any damage that was done during the duration because of the procedure from cryonics, but it will help fix that and repair that also. This is a better alternative than say cremation and being buried. I mean, who wants to do that? Like, everybody's doing that. I think that we need to. This is a better alternative to that. This is a more hopeful alternative to that. Hopefully, they'll be able to reverse the aging process, because aging is a disease. As you get older, you get age-related diseases. Here at the Super Longevity Institute, we believe in science, the hope of science, not metaphysics, supernaturalism. To all the hip hoppers, I started the Super Longevity Institute because I wanted the hip hoppers to get more into science and technology, and we need our own organization that will help us live long lives. We need to create our own science who are tackling these problems in the name of the culture and hip hop. And that's why I started this organization, to inspire our culture to want to embrace the culture of life extension instead of death. And peace out, man. During this pandemic, I hope everyone stays safe. Try to eat healthy, juice every day. Try to read, exercise, and try to think peaceful thoughts. One love, everybody. It's Super Longevity Institute. Like and subscribe to this channel. It'll get better and better as time goes on.